application. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder. I name the folder with normal naming convention. Maybe for now I've named it as session 1 because that is relevant for us. Now I open this in terminal, the same folder, session 1. Now I'm going to do a couple of things here. First, I'm going to do npm init minus minus yes. It is going to create me a skeleton for package.json file. Once I have done that, I'll have to open this in VS Code. I hope you have installed VS Code. Have you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Great. Very fast. Okay. Next, couple of things here. I have mentioned the main file as index.js. So I have to write here one script for running. Let me state it as start, and then I can mention here no. Then I create src. Inside that I create index.js. Then I do this rc slash index.js. So for testing, for now I will say console.log. Hello world. So if I open this in VS Code terminal and say npm start, I got hello world. So this script is working. So can you tell me from where I can start? Any idea about three? I can start directly by hitting a URL on the internet. Is that fine for three of you? Hello?
Yeah, it is okay.
Okay. Then let me do a I have to install a package called Axios for that. I hope you know what Axios does. I I do a save here so that this entry goes directly into package.json as well and doesn't only just do a soft install. Okay, all right. So Axios is installed. So we will hit the endpoint. Let me see if we have any dummy. We go here. The net is a little slow. I'm sorry for that. So we have this. I paste it here. So a couple of things here. There is no JSON in Axios. Yeah, I think this is it. Axios, const, Axios, Axios. Okay. Axios. So when I hit this, oops, it takes some time. Yes, we got the data here. This data here we have. So are you comfortable with TypeScript as well?
No,
Okay, then
for
we
me,
proceed.
yeah,
What I
yes,
have done till now, everyone is clear about what I have done? Hello? Everyone is clear what I have done till now?
Yes,
Okay. So we have this data now. So
yeah. We
we
here we
can
just
do what,
took a some dummy file, right? We inserted
uh,
some dummy data, right?
yes, 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 we have done that. So you can use this data as and how you want. If you want, if I get all the products at once, it will take a little more time because it has to fetch maybe 100 or 1,000 or whatever number of products that they may be having. So the total is 100, but the limit is 30. So we are getting 30 records for each request. So we can display this in tabular form in an HTML5 file. Maybe that I will cover in the next section, how to convert this into a template. But for now, let us play with this data a little bit more. Like if I can assign this data to a variable, let's see we can do that or not. So let me do that. I data is equal to an array. So instead of console.log, I will just do API data is equal to JSON, and then I do console.log API data. I'm not completely sure if this gets through. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. So you have seen that we have to use async here in order to get this working. So let's see. Okay, wait, sync, then
Mm,
okay, I've done twice.
you need to close the bracket.
Okay, wait. Okay. I think that's here. Let me create a separate function otherwise. Okay. API. Okay. So we are getting a promise response. Are you aware of promises? Hello?
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, so how we resolve promise? This is a question for three of you. How do you resolve a promise? If you remember? Okay, then I think
Dot then
like this, right? See, we got the data here. So now here we have to set equal to like this. Now again here we are having this problem of setting the data. Okay, now we have this data here. So we have this separate call. Let us move it upwards. We have this API data is equal to this, and then we say console.log of API data. So everyone is following me till now? Any problem? Any doubts? Feel free to ask questions, please. No hesitation.
So here we are using asynchronous programming, right? Asynchronous
Yes.
call.
Yes, exactly.
So initially you directly did it, and now you're using async function. I mean async and await, and then promises to implement
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is exactly a design choice, if you see. We have this entire thing. So are you having any questions till now? You can ask me questions. Now is the right time. We have completed this piece, this much piece of code. So this async await will, what it will do is it will make this asynchronous and wait for the completion of this API call, fetch details, and then return the response data. This I'm storing it inside the promise. I'm assigning it inside the promise.
Okay.
Okay. This is the first lecture, and I've covered a very advanced topic in my experience. But yeah, this still works, so why not? So again, if you observe here, we can take this into a separate function as well. Let me name it as init, not infinity. And then I make this as well async. Here. Like this also I can do, or I have a better option of making this async. Sync. Right. here I'll say yeah, all I have to do is do this and let me run it once again. Yep, still works. Okay. Yeah, any questions on async await?
No.
Are you clear?
Yes.
Even Sam and
And here we're
uh,
Yes. Can you, before, I mean, can you explain all three asynchronous operations with simple examples, and then we can see how we can use each of them to implement further?
okay. Uh, okay. Uh, Forget about the API call. I comment it out. Let us create a promise first. Okay.
Okay.
Where I'm typing. Sorry. Okay. I have GitHub Copilot, by the way, but I don't have to use it anyhow. Okay, then let's forget about this. Let's create a promise. Why? Oh, there is a shortcut key, I guess, which is causing me this problem. Okay, let oh, let uh, from is equal to new promise. Oh, crap! I hate this. New promise resolve reject. If resolve, then return. Uh, sorry. So return my reject my
Why do we use promise in what scenarios? When we refer to
Whenever there is
particular.
a delay, yeah, I'm telling you, whenever there is a delay in uh, assigning of data, there we use promise. Wherever there is an external IO operation, we use promise.
Okay. So what does it do?
It it waits for the working of the uh, IO operation, and once the IO operation is completed, it returns the data to the promise, and the promise is resolved. Then,
I mean, the purpose is same for the async await also, right? It waits and then does. So then what's
yeah,
is
but
the
in async,
difference?
when you do async await, in the background,
Mm-hmm.
it creates a promise data structure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
Okay.
I'm telling you this one.
Okay.
So if I do now, from dot then you console dot log you, this we have to get. So we have to do so. Okay, anyways, you can see the thing that uh, if I so do- hi, yeah, see. So if we want to set some other things as well, we can set here. Like if I want to return it after some timeout, after 2 seconds, maybe. So still this. I think there is some problem in my VS Code. And okay, yeah, see, it's working. So it waits for 2 seconds and then it spits out now.
Can you try printing some console log in line 16 or I mean line 18 before calling this promise? So it needs to print that and then wait and then it need to
You
print
want
hi,
me to
right?
print, what do you want me to print here
So
in 16?
in the wait time which we are waiting, can we print something else?
Okay, this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is not exactly getting that much, but it is just if it is from an external source, then this timeout would have worked properly.
Okay.
And here the logic is a different. Reject. So, I think this is the correct. Yeah. Let me see. So it is returning the function. So I have to return the result. I think the timeout is not working inside. Okay, anyways, you get the point, right? So we have here created a promise that returns hi, and it captures error if there is an error.
Okay, can you show the error case?
Uh, Unfortunately, there is no way in which we can capture the error here because it requires complex logic to be written again behind the scenes. Because error
Okay.
should occur actually, maybe. Otherwise, there is, if you want to catch the error, there is one thing like catch e, then you console.log e. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. If there is an error, then it comes here. So here, if I say throw error, throw error, I think only error. Anyways, you have to get some error here, basically. So you also have to try this kind of coding so that you can get a better picture. You
Yes,
can
we'll
mix
do
and
it.
match this code. You can mix and match this code and try to run it several times so that you understand what is going on behind the scenes. Maybe my explanation may be a little not so complete because I'm trying to cover this very quickly. So here also, if you want to capture the error, you just do dot catch and then you can catch the error there. Just like in Java, we can do that. Okay. Uh, we have not introduced ourselves till now. You know about me completely? Hello.
Mhm. Not completely. I just checked out that PowerPoint presentation.
You have checked my LinkedIn?
No, I checked out the slides about me.
Okay. I'm extremely sorry I did not introduce myself, but uh,
అరే మరి అనుజ్ని ఫోన్ చేసింది అనుజ్ని ఫోన్
I
చేసింది
think
అనుజ్ని వాళ్ళ డాడీ ఇప్పుడు రేపు మనం మీరు
you three know Telugu.
Yes, I know.
పోస్ట్పోన్
Yes.
Oh, అయితే సరే. సో ఇదన్నమాట. ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
ఓకే ఓకే అదే ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళినా కూడా వాళ్ళ డాడీ
అంటే వాట్ డూ యూ థింక్ విచ్ టాపిక్స్ కవర్ చేయాలి అంటే సో
సో యాక్చువల్గా మీరు చదువుకునే విధానం ఎట్లా ఉండాలంటే ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ పట్టుకోవాలి, దాని మీద పని చేయాలి, ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్ చేసే వరకు వదలకూడదు అనమాట. సో అట్లా పని చేసినప్పుడు ఈ కన్సెప్ట్లన్నీ ఆటోమేటిక్గా నేర్చేసుకుంటాం ఆన్ ద గోలో. అది బేసిక్ నెసెసిటీ అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇది అది రెండు నడిపితే ఏమవుతుందో చూద్దాం. హాయ్ ముందు వచ్చింది, దాని తర్వాత అదంతా ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. ప్రింటింగ్. సో లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టఫ్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ ఇన్సైడ్ దిస్. ఇదంతా డిజైన్ అనమాట. నేను డిజైన్ చేశా బేసిక్గా ఇప్పుడే. సో ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ అడుగుతున్నాను ఎందుకంటే ఇది చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంటుంది గ్రాస్ప్ చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ టైం. ఎందుకంటే నాకు తెలుసు కదా, నేను కూడా ఈ టాపిక్లో వచ్చినప్పుడు చాలా స్టక్ అయ్యా.
I'm good. I think Samira is trying to speak and then we're not able to hear.
You can always use the chat here if you want to say something, if not only by audio. You can type, Samira. Your voice is very broken. అంటే నేను కూడా జర్మనీలో పనిచేసి వచ్చాను 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, this is the question, I think. Uh, this level of code Okay. నోటికి ఇవన్నీ పెట్టాను సరే ఇది చేయించు. నేను టూ పెడితే సో ఈ రెండు వచ్చి ఉండాలి ప్రామిసెస్ అసింక్ అవైట్ when you have mastered these two topics నా ఒక్కడికైనా లేకపోతే సమీర వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతున్నట్టు అందరికి అనిపిస్తుందా
బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
type Samira if you don't mind. Okay, so you have to prepare promises and async await thoroughly, then you can achieve this kind of mastery if you want to know that. Any more questions?
I think I'm fine. So maybe for tomorrow we'll come up with the questions or the topics what we need exactly
Okay,
for tomorrow's
because I
session.
can
So
go in
today,
more detail and more slow pace also if you don't mind.
okay.
It's better we can go in slow pace.
So Sai, you have any doubts?
No, I don't have. But from tomorrow we can go a little bit in slow pace. Why we are using?
Okay.
Why we are using only this function? Why can't we use different functions at that?
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. So you want me to go through the same topic tomorrow
అదే
also,
వాళ్ళ
but
డాడీ ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడి ఫోన్
Yes,
చెప్పారంట మీకు ఫోన్
but
yes,
describing all the details also.
yes.
Right?
Instead of coding, you can go in from like why we need to use this. Why can't
Okay.
we use something else? Or else if we are using wait functions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know await we use uh,
అండ్ డాడీ
for something, but if we are using some other what is the uses of it? Something like that.
Okay.
సరే డాడీ మరి బాగా సాయంత్రం కూడా చేసి చెప్తారు.
And also there is a concept called as generator functions, which is also almost like async await, but more step by step it is. I can explain that also if you want.
Yes, sir. It's better.
పద్ధతి ఓకే అయిందా?
Yeah, you can explain that also.
ఓ
Okay.
అదే.
So I will give you a rough overview of what we have learned today. Today we have learned how to use this package called Axios to access a web URL and get data from it. And also we are using async await for the same. And then we are creating a promise and resolving the promise or rejecting it as per the scenario, whether it is there is an error or whether the promise has been successfully resolved. And we have known the promises syntax, how we consume the promise, like with the then keyword, and also catch the error that is given out by the promise by using catch keyword. So today we have seen three things. One is Axios, second is promise, and how to resolve or reject the promise using then and catch keywords. And the fourth thing that we have learned is how to even create a promise. This is what we have learned today. Four things. Simple. Uh, and with this, we have completed the async await or the asynchronous code. And there are two more concepts in asynchronous code which I want to cover apart from this. Can I cover it now, if you don't mind? Sai and Jayashree?
Yes, yes, I'm okay with it.
Okay. So I'm covering it now. Just a second. Let me start with fresh. There are two things called set timeout and yeah, only set timeout for now, I think. So, I 5,000. After 5 seconds, you see high. See, this is the construct for set timeout, and if there is another thing called set interval. After every 2 seconds, hello is printed. See, after every 2 seconds. You understood now? Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So these two also come under asynchronous code in JavaScript.
So instead of terminating from the console, can we set something over here? I mean, number of times that it should print or stop for the set
Uh,
interval.
that depends on the logic. No, For interval, I don't think there is anything else because it keeps on going in
Okay.
continuous loop.
So
Maybe we
interval
can
keeps
create a
on
function
going. So
here.
timeout
We
it
can
just
create a function here, maybe like instead of this, I can say function, and here let I is equal to 0, then I plus plus if I is equal to 3. I don't know if break works here. We can do return. Not sure if this works because set interval. See, it doesn't work. This is a special construct in JavaScript where you cannot break this if you start.
okay.
So you have to be extremely careful when using this set interval. Ah, so we have completed asynchronous programming in JavaScript and promises as well. But I'm going to explain everything in more detail tomorrow. So please come with fresh minds. Go through what I have discussed today. Tomorrow we will go through more thorough topics. Maybe I can come up with this set interval also in a more detailed manner if you want. So ఈ లింక్ నేను సేవ్ చేసుకోవాలండి అంటే నేను మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి రావాలంటే ఈ లింక్ సరిపోతుందా లేకపోతే కొత్త లింక్ జనరేట్ అవుతుందా ప్రతిసారి
I was not sure, but I can share you every day.
ఓకే ఓకే
Yeah, group lo పెట్టేస్తాను every day.
సరే సో ఇంకా జావాస్క్రిప్ట్లో మీరు క్లాసెస్ అవి ఫెమిలియరేనా మీరు క్లాసెస్ ఇన్ జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్
Yes.
ఓకే అండ్ ఈవెన్ సాయి అండ్ శామ్ మీరు కూడా క్లియరేనా
Yes, yes.
ఓకే సో రేపు అసింక్రోనస్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఇంకా డీటెయిల్లో చెప్పాలా లేకపోతే వేరే టాపిక్కి షిఫ్ట్ అవ్వచ్చా నేను మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ ఇన్ని క్వశ్చన్లు అడుగుతున్నాను అనుకోవద్దు ఎందుకంటే ఫర్
Yeah, we'll go
క్లారిటీ
in detail a little bit more.
ఓకే ఆ స్లైడ్స్ ఒకసారి చదువుకోండి కాస్త ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉంటాయి ప్రతిసారి. అంటే ప్రతి వారానికి ఒకసారి అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంటాను.
Okay, done.
ఓకే దెన్. ఈరోజు సెషన్ అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడితో.
Yeah, yeah.
ఓకే. డిడ్ యూ లైక్ ద సెషన్?
Yes.
ఓకే.